Thank you, Dato' Chairman. And I would like to take this opportunity to say a good afternoon to all my board directors, shareholders, and my fellow colleagues. Today, my briefing will focus more on the financial and project highlights for 2019, follow with the outstanding order book for 2020 up to the June, and prospect 2020 and beyond. Okay, on the financial, revenue for 2019, we managed to have a turnover of 1.7 billion, and profit before tax is 157 million, and after tax is 129. For the whole year of 2019, we paid dividend of 7 cents per share, and our average return on capital employed is 31%. Cash and placement as of today, we have 692 million. And in terms of net gearing, we are 0. From the revenue aspect, on 2018, we managed to have a turnover of 2.1 billion, and for the year 2019 is 1.6, have a drop of 23.7% on our construction segment. It's due to basically after the general election 14, I think the government looking into reducing the overall cost for LRT 3 package and also the MRT on the design and cost optimization, where that you can see that our revenue dropped because there's a period of doing the design optimizations and the job have moving slow. On top of that, I think for the Puzzle F Putrajaya, we believe that we completed that job in the first quarter of 2019, and most of the revenue come from 2018. On the precast segment, compared with 2018, our revenue up 12.19%. It come to close to 150 million, compared with 2018, 133. Basically, we have a healthy, outstanding order books on our precast segment. On the profit before tax, on the construction segment, as an overall, compared with 2018, we have an improved from 8.6% to 9.6%. And from the precast side, compared to 2018, 0.7, we up 1.8%. These are due to, in fact, I think since 2018, if we look at our staff strength of 1,568, we managed to reduce to 1,315, represent a 19% reduction throughout the natural attritions. And from the administrative expenses, I think we managed to reduce about 11%. In our business plan, we planned about 266 million. At the end, we spent 237.5 million. On the project highlight, from March 2019, we managed to complete our first job is the gas district cooling plant at Putrajaya. That is 152 million. Followed by in April, Puzzle F Putrajaya, that is 1.6 million. And lastly, one of our in-house job in August 2019, Sunway Velocity Medical Center, about 155 million, we complete that job. So in total, fully completion on our existing project in 2019 is 3 projects. Now come to our outstanding order books. As of June 2020, Our outstanding order book is 5.4 billion. And up to June, I think we managed to secure new order about 725 million, right? And the biggest that we have secured actually is in India. It's one of our TJ projects. That's come to about 500 million. And there's one more project is our in-house job. The international school is come to 121 million. And as of today, we can see that in terms of the percentage, I think the building add up, I think we quite close to about 50% combined from external and also internal project. Infra job, 34%, and India, 9%, and the rest are 6%. Prospect 2020 and beyond. First, I'd like to touch on is regarding about business resilience regarding about the COVID-19. Approximately about 2.5 months, we don't have any activities, right, since March 18. And after that, the government come out with a stringent SOP on the site, and to another stringent SOP is on our CLQ, means the centralized labor quarters. As a tier 1 contractor, we have the opportunity to mobilize fast, and regards to adherence to all these SOP. Besides that, we also have our own workers where we can mobilize faster compare our peers. I think all in within 1 month with our business partner, I think throughout all our project, we have quite close to about 7,900 workforce for all our projects. And within that 1 month, we managed to get all of them tested for the so-called COVID-19, and most of them came out to be negative. Because of that, we able to mobilize fast compared with others. On top of that, I think in terms of our cash flow, due to the slowdown, and in fact, we don't have any issue on our collections. Even during the COVID-19, our client managed to pay us on time, right? Besides that, I just now did share with everyone, I think in year 2019, we managed to reduce our fixed cost or OPEX 11%. And till today, we still doing the same exercise, and hopefully that we are looking for another maybe 5 to 10% reduction on our fixed costs. In terms of the new order book, I think within that short period, even the COVID-19, we managed to secure some even new orders that have been reported just now. So if we look at the business during the COVID-19, yes, I think it's challenging, but as a group, I believe that we all work as a team, and we managed to so-called mobilize to our project fast due to we came out with a very good so-called business continuity plan, and we really put all our effort and thinking cap together during that so-called MCO, and we come up with a plan. If the government allow us to restart or remobilize our work, how? That help us that if we can turn around fast. And some of these are some of the pictures that we share with you that what we have done, right? We have the compulsory to register the program Saringan Perhatian with Keso, and we start tests, I think even 1st of May. And you can see some of the so-called SOP that we have set out in our project site. Some of the social distancing that we have practiced from a project site. Okay. Come to the focus on reinventing business. I think, yes, everyone would like to look at the growth through to look at our growth. First, I'd like to share that the first so-called our strategy in terms of our growth is we are our growth through adjacent business. We are now embarking on the solar, and we have a collaboration with Pekat Group, and we started with a subsidiary called Sunway Pekat Solar. As of today, I think we have managed to finish Sunway owned property in terms of the solar panel on the roof are quite close to about 15 million. And at the same time, we also in the midst of tender and submit for some of the large scale solar farm. And at the same time, later, I think we're also looking into India on some of this large scale solar farm that we would like to embark on. Second point on the growth, we are through the adjacent business. I believe that we have announced in the media that we have assigned a MOU with NG Southeast Asia together to develop some district cooling system in Malaysia. Through this joint venture, we believe that will help us on our recurring revenue from the operation in future. Suncon, I think we have completed 3 gas district cooling project for Putrajaya in the past. On the other strategy of growth, we are looking at the new business model. I think in India, we are looking into public-private partnership, and the other one is hybrid annuity model called HAM in India. We have been exploring this for 1 year plus. Finally, we managed to secure a first job, I think in March or May. I think that come to about 500 million, right? From Tropali to Jitata-Hali, right? This is India. Another strategy on growth is we're also looking into the regional expansion. We are in India, Singapore side, beside the precast business. Now we are looking into the piling activity. Myanmar, I think we have some business segment there. Currently, we have some staff working with our business partner or joint venture partner building their own office. Philippines, we're also looking into the piling division on more the infra job. I think yesterday, the announcement on the new rail project, right, in Philippines, secured by 2 international so-called contractors. We are collaboration with one of them in Philippines. India, the other one is Indonesia. Indonesia, we are looking into the opportunity where the relocation of the country capital city. That will be our future so-called expansion. Okay, on linear and true partnership here. There's one of our strategy here is to reduce our ownership of plant and machinery. If we are go regional, I think we will try to work closely with some of the so-called service provider for long-term lease for our machinery and for our operation support, rather than we will invest in the assets. I think the other one that we have gone through the partnership is our precast, partnering with Hong Leong Asia Group, that we are building the precast hub in Singapore, and this hub will be ready in 2022. Okay, a lot of people talking about the new norm for the sustainability or digitizations due to the COVID-19. I think for Sunway Construction, we have been looking this, I think, for the past quite close to 20 years. And now we are transforming our virtual design and construction VDC to reality. Just to share that, talking about BIM, BIM is, we look at that, is an effective work and collaborations. By using the BIM, I think that helped us to reduce our resources by 7%. And from the production side, we managed to reduce time by 28%. On top of that, we also continue to upskill our draft person with BIM skill, standardize our practices across our project, and expand it to not only the building, now we are expanding to civil, geotechnic, and our precast project. On top of that, come to the 4D. 4D here means that we are integrated the 3D into our schedule, making it spectral progress easily stipulated on a time axis. And we can do it in a 4D so-called model or simulation. We are one of the few contractors, I think, experienced fulfilling this 4D requirement contractually. We implement this fully currently in our TMB project, our Petronas Learning Center. And come to 5D, that is one of our journey, and this will be maybe beyond 2021. But as of today, we managed to extract quantities from our BIM models because of due to the contractual requirement. If we want to extract the quantity as per the bills of quantities, there is still a process for us to look into it and further develop. So as of today, if we have the BIM model, we want to extract certain of the quantities from our models, we don't have any issue. We not only stopping at the 5D, we go beyond that. I think this is based on our internal initiative. We do have some research collaboration with our so-called Sunway University, and to look into some of the processes that whether we can improve from what we have today. So we have started 4 construction-related research topics, and we have further 3 topics in the pipeline that we are requiring expertise in machine learning and artificial intelligence AI to look at some of our processes. Just to share, we are looking into robotic or machine to help us to perform certain tedious tasks. For example, is we look at a DO. We are trying to use the machine to help us to depositing some of the information that we required, or retract some of the data that we required, or as an example, there's a lot of drawings have been issued, and there's a lot of revision. We need to refile them or rename them, and these are all very tedious work. We are using the AI or the machine to help us to perform. Beside that, we're also looking into using the open source of technology. And as of today, you know that everyone, we are using a smartphone and mobile. I think from the what apps, I think there is such a technology called the chatbot. I think from there, I think that we are the first contractor in Malaysia that we deploy the open source chatbot to prototype and streamline some of construction site processes, support operation, planning, and safety department, for safety department. For example, that for safety, we use it quite widely. Means that our workers, if they see certain so-called activity or certain so-called tasks are not following the SOP or violating the safety, they can just take a picture and they can share with us what so-called action that we need to take, or they might have some great idea or kaizen they can be able to share with us. They can use it for currently we're already using it some in our project. We can use it as a live feed for our project monitoring. They'll be able to share with us. Some of our project or site personnel, they want some shop drawings. They can use this mobile phone. Then they can retrieve the drawings that they required. They do not need to go back to the site office to get the so-called a copy of the drawings. So these are some of the initiatives that we have been carried out. Lastly, I think we have successfully completed the Parcel F, and they are one of the largest BIM facility management building project in Malaysia. And we have actively promoting our BIM facility management service internally and externally to bring additional value for our client. In this job, I think this is the initiative come from the client that would like to their building to be used the so-called BIM as their platform for their facility management, and where they can help them to manage the life cycle costs and the maintenance for their services, and all this in a digital format. Lastly, I think we'll like to share with everyone that Sunway Construction Group, our commitment to sustainability. Just to share, Firstly for Good, Bursa Malaysia Index series constitute for the I think 6 years already, consecutive years, we got our so-called renewal. And then for the ESG score above country average. From the corporate governance, I think we are also one of the industry leading in terms of our score in the FTSE for Good compared to some of our peers. And for this year, we have rolled out our ABC. ABC here is anti-bribery and corruption policy that encouraged from Bursa. And now it become compulsory for all the so-called corporate. Lastly, I think from the group perspective that we commitment to the Sustainable Development Goals from the United Nations. So we have committed ourselves to fulfill all these 17 goals. Last year, in terms of award, we managed to secure our highest return on equity over the last 3 years for the construction division. Last year, we also the Builders of the Years. In terms of NACRA Industry Excellent Award for the construction industry, we won that. And on our engineering part, we won the CHITA 2019, means the construction's industry trade awards. Okay, lastly, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our shareholders for your continuous support. At the same time, COVID-19 is still around. I would like to wish everyone stay safe and healthy. Thank you.